Whew. All right, for such a small channel, I get a surprising number of requests to collaborate, uh, test products, stuff like that. And I have always said no because it's always stuff that I don't really want, don't really need, and I'm not just going to be a stuff whore and take everything I can get for free. But this company reached out to me. This company called Libovgogo. I'm not totally sure on how to pronounce it, but that's what it is. And they wanted to send me this. This is a DF585W. And I thought this thing was pretty cool. And so I agreed to test it out for the first time ever. I agreed to something. And the reason I wanted to test this thing is because it does a lot of things. And it's a nice little small thing. Like I said, it does a lot of things. It's a camp light. So this pops up, and I'll probably insert a shot of nighttime with this thing going. And this is nice and bright. I have a carabiner on here, and you can hang it from the handle here. I hang it typically on my awning when I deploy my awning. And the light's really bright, like I said. You can also change the color of the light. This is bright white. It can do yellow-ish, and then it can do a combination of both. And I thought that was really cool. It's also an AM/FM radio. It does weather radio, and it does NOAA radio. Conveniently, my name's Noah. And so it does a lot of things. It does Bluetooth as well. So I don't listen to the radio functions, but I do connect it to my phone and listen to music through it. And the sound is good. It's not great because you just can't get a lot of bass out of something like this, but it does sound good. I listened to it over my other Bluetooth speaker I had, and there's two 7-watt speakers on the sides of this thing. And like I said, it sounds good, but not great. Good enough for me. Has a nice little display and gives you all the information. Oh, one more thing going back to the radio. When you have it on the radio function, you can have it do an automatic scan, and it'll scan for all stations available. It also has an antenna on the side. So if you need to put out an antenna, there you go, for better reception. You move the antenna around. Conveniently slides right back in here. And has a flashlight on the bottom of it. And what else does it do? I think it makes toast, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I thought this thing was really cool. And I like things that have multi-functions in a small little package. And so now I've taken this on, I think, 4 camping trips. And so far, very, very impressed with it. I have 0 complaints, even like the way it looks. And a couple more things. Has a solar panel on the top. So if you sit it in the sun and it's charging right now, I can tell there's a little indicator on the display and it shows it's charging. So solar panel on top. It also has a charge handle. So if I flip this handle out, I can charge it this way. So right now it's charging. If I cover the solar panel, I can see nothing on the display, but if I charge it, I can see that this is charging the battery. So that's pretty cool. You do a lot of things. As a part of them reaching out to me, they offered me 2 of them. One for me and one to give away to one of my subscribers. So the first person who comments and says, I want it, and they're okay with giving me their address, I'm going to give you one. And you won't be disappointed. It's really cool. I'm going to have a link in the description below for, I think it's 10% off or something, some discount. Excuse me. It's only good in October. So if you're watching this in October of 23, then that discount code will work. And it's really cool. Get one. I had to put it here in the shade so you could see the display, but there's a display. Change through the functions. That's FM. Whoop. AM. This is weather radio. And a part of weather radio is the NOAA. and back to Bluetooth. Hopefully it doesn't start playing. Has the buttons on here to go up and down in volume, left or right on the stations when you're in AM FM mode, or the weather radio mode, or forward and backwards on the music if you're Bluetooth. Play, pause. There's an EQ in here, and so you can change the different EQ. I found the standard mode works pretty good. And then just the mode button. Turn on the flashlight, change the color of the light. And here's the antenna. You can also charge devices on this. Plug a USB in there and charge a device. Probably never get that back together. There's the flashlight. There's the hand crank. Put that back together. There's the solar panel. And there you go. Libovgogo. Pretty cool little device. All right. I think I will take you for a walk around camp. This is the road that I came in on. Excuse me. Comes down to this nice little hidden spot. Can't see it from the main road. Probably most people wouldn't even know it's here. I think a few people know it's here because I did see some tracks, some footprints and stuff, but I would imagine it's not many. Fantastic little spot. And it's been windy on and off. It was certainly more windy yesterday when I got here. But because this has this little lip on this canyon, which I'll walk over to in a second, it kind of blocks the wind. And so I can sit over there where you can see my table and be nice and sheltered. And as you can see how the 4Runner is positioned, I can get out of the wind that way too, sit on this side of it. See, I have my solar panel going, charging my Jackery. It's my little hangout area. I didn't have a fire last night. I didn't really need it. It was warm. And so I didn't really need a fire. Didn't really need it for ambiance. Last night I didn't film a whole heck of a lot. I just chilled and relaxed and enjoyed myself. Last night was more about me than filming. So, nice little area to make dinner and breakfast and my coffee. And a little bit later in the day, this will be more in the shade. And so that's why I don't have my awning deployed. I don't really need to set it up for the shade because I have this area. Just a great little camp. All right, I'll walk up to the edge now. You can see where I've been hanging out, looking at the chair. That's where I've been just chilling and enjoying myself and checking out the scenery. And this is the scenery. Spectacular. Just miles and miles of scenery. And no people. There's probably not a person for miles and miles and miles of me. And so I'm secluded, play my music as loud as I want to, do whatever I want to, and I'm not going to bother anybody and nobody's going to bother me. Just a spectacular camp. Walk a little bit over here and try not to trip and fall. Lots of pretty rocks. Lots of lichen on them. Hopefully you can hear me, because now I'm standing kind of in a breeze. The scenery is just spectacular. Wonderful. Might have caught a spot in my bathroom. People don't really talk about that much on YouTube for some reason. It's a natural thing. You have to do it. But it's a nice little spot, and that's the view I have when I'm doing my business. Not bad. That's another good thing about camping dispersed and out in the middle of nowhere. I have no fear of anybody walking up on me while I'm taking care of my business. Unfortunately, it's a full moon, or pretty close to a full moon, and so I did a night lapse last night, and didn't really come out the way I'd wanted. Can't see many stars. I mean, it's cool looking, but you can't see many stars, which is unfortunate, because the Milky Way, I have an app that'll tell me where the Milky Way is, was right over there, and I couldn't see it. The moon was just too bright. It was kind of cool this morning. I looked out of the 4Runner while I was laying in bed, and the moon was setting right over there, and so the sun was coming up and the moon was setting at the same time. It was pretty cool. Didn't film it though. Anyhow, that's kind of a walk around camp. Go stand here in the shade. It's kind of warm. And I probably won't film again until I'm starting to make dinner. I'm going to do some relaxing. Probably crack open my first beer of the day. It is now a little after 1, so I'll probably wait a little bit and then crack open a beer. I don't know. It's afternoon. I can crack one open now. And enjoy myself and sit in that chair over there. Enjoy the scenery. And next shot you'll see will probably be me making dinner, or just shots of me relaxing. I might film a little bit more once the sun starts going down. Film a little bit more around camp, but I may not. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And actually, go ahead and just do it. Please. And give this video a like, comment if you feel like it. And thanks for coming along. Awesome. All right. I take you for another quick look around the scenery before I pack up and head out of here. It's been a fantastic trip. I love this place. I love coming here. Really get the sense of being in the middle of nowhere, because you are. And I had a great time. Fantastic. You just can't beat the scenery. Anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks again for coming along. Please consider subscribing. Give this video a like. Comment if you desire. And I will see you in the next one. Awesome. Grumpy Gobbler out.